Hey guys, this Wednesday morning has been a rough one for me. I had such a rough morning. Uh, I had like anxiety attack mixed together with a panic attack. I woke up this morning and I didn't do any of my usual stuff. Included meditating, even if it's for 1 minute, just staying still, being one with the universe, and directing my day, talking to myself, telling myself, today you're just going to think about today, and you're not going to think about tomorrow. I usually tell myself that because I know that it helps. Anxiety attack. You get anxious when you start thinking too much about tomorrow, next month, November, next rent, next expense, all of that. You get really anxious. So I forgot to do, all of that, review the previous day, how far I've come, talk to my today, tell you what I wanted to be. I just went up straight, picked up my phone, and I went on Instagram because that's like my poison. I haven't been on there for such a long time, so of course that means I'm catching up with all the things that happened, down from the sex video to what's happening as of that day, right? As of today. And it was just like so much news. The baby that was flogged so much, about 31 times, how many strokes. And then I went on to see people, living their lives, living their best lives. And then I went on to see the fuel scarcity, all of that, Jesus. And so much in between. And it was just a lot. It was a lot. It was the wrong thing that I could have done. And then I came out, I went on TikTok just hoping that maybe I'll see some funny stuff. And I said, seeing videos about black women empowerment, being in love with your black skin, not letting anyone oppress you. And I was seeing people talking about Valentine. I was seeing people, lovers, and people talking about being lonely. I don't think I watched one funny skit about, maybe one of Real Sydney, but that was about it. And then I came out of that too, and I was like, you know what, let me go work on my podcast. And I called Kemo, and I don't even know how I got into discussion about Nigeria. And I told her, let's not talk about this. I'm already feeling panic coming, and I think that's where the panic came in, right? And then we talked a little bit about the podcast because I was editing, so we talked a bit about it. And then I called. I just realized that I couldn't think about anything else but all tomorrows. All I was thinking about is what will be my situation tomorrow. If the fuel scarcity is going on 700, like a price of 1 liter is going on 700 to 1,000 naira. What would the price of food, what would the price of transportation, cost of living, what would it just be? How do one keep up? How do you turn on your gen? How do you fuel your car? All of that thought kept coming. I started thinking about my sister. She's in secondary school and she has to go to school every morning. She has to use public transportation. And then I realized that it's even difficult getting a boat these days. What would happen to her trying to get public transport? And that, caused me further panic. Are you seeing how anxiety is linking into panic? And then I started thinking about food. How do I feed? How do my family feed? And from that, I went, okay, we'll keep working, right? And then I started thinking about business. Oh my God, what would business do? And I just started insulting the government, and I just broke down. I just broke completely down. I started crying. I went from crying into being breathless. I had to put my head in between my knee just to, it's been such a long time I've had any of these attacks because I have learned how to deal with it. I've learned how to notice the triggers, notice the symptoms before they come, so I begin to deal with it. But somehow this one just caught me unguarded, and I was actually chatting with a friend. We're even talking about something different, and immediately I just told her that I'm having an anxiety attack. Thank God that I was chatting with someone who is within my inner circle, right? Instantly I told her that I was having an anxiety attack, and she just started telling me to breathe, calm down, you can handle this, it's you, she called me Barbie. Barbie is you. And she says you'll be fine. I sent her a voice note because I couldn't type, and she said you'll be fine, everything will be taken care of, you'll pay your bills, your business will do well, it's all going to be okay, just breathe, you need to breathe, Barbie. And I wasn't responding, but the message was dropping on my screen, so I was just reading it as she was saying, and I was taking in deep breath, and just a little bit calm. She sent something. She said, "Picture yourself in garden full of flowers." I love flowers, so picture yourself in a garden full of flowers, soaking that scent, soaking that sun, all that energy. And instantly I looked around the space where I was in, and the sunlight was coming in, and I haven't done that in such a long time. I haven't just sat down outside early in the morning. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know what I'm talking about, because I talk about it sometimes. I journal it on Instagram sometimes when I have these meditative states. And I realized that it's been going on 2 weeks with all the Valentine rush for others. I haven't done that in 2 weeks. And instantly I told her I want to meditate, and she was like, perfect, good. And she said, okay, take some time. And I have never done 10 minutes meditation before. I've never done it. My threshold for just sitting still and meditating was, let's say, for 5 minutes. And today I was like, you know what, I'm going to do 10. And I sat down with the sunlight just hitting me directly, and I did 10 minutes. I pictured myself back in the garden because it helped me the first time. Picture the energy. I see lights. I see all the lights, and then just let it in, right? Just let it flow. Acknowledge all my fears. Acknowledge all that has caused me fear and anxiety, and I started ticking them one by one. You have survived in harsh times before, in whatever form that may have taken. So sorry guys, this is the first time that I'm recording in front of people, so this is another milestone, so you're going to be hearing some interference, but I promise it's not going to be for long. Please bear with me. So back to what I was talking about. I pictured some lights, acknowledged my fears. I told myself, just worry about today, you will be fine. You have worried about your business before and you have survived. The business is going on three or going on 4. You're fine. You even had times where you didn't do anything for 6 months and you came back better. So don't worry about that. Your sisters will be fine. You keep providing for them. You will keep living. You will no longer survive, because that's what I've been doing for so long, right? Now you keep living. Things will keep happening. The universe will keep aligning itself, because this is what it's talking about. This is what it's saying. You go through the narrow way, right? You go through this time, but you have to keep living in it. Nigeria will survive even if we have to go, because then I was worried that we're going to go into another kind of war, and I just saw the future. I saw fightings, shops getting looted, I saw places burning. I acknowledged all of that, and I told myself, you know what, you would thrive. You've always said it, that you were not put in this world to live a soft life. You were put in this world to shine in dark times. You are a light. So I had to tell myself all of that. And I remember, oh, you've been through so much. What is one more? I mean, why not you? You will go through the times. Remember, why did you start podcasting in the first place? It's because, I used to feel like I was alone. And then I started realizing maybe I'm not so alone. And I want to talk to people. So if there's anyone out there who is also feeling alone, talk to them. So I decided to do this recording. I have a whole episode already planned out. I have re-recorded. I have started editing. But I'm thinking that maybe it's time you also hear me when I am living through the difficult times that I'm talking about. Because I realized I've had so much rush, so much high grooves, and I was open. I forgot to keep guarding my space, keep filtering what I let in. I just started absorbing all the energy. I mean, during this gift season where I had to prepare some gifts, I had people come in, order gifts initially, and then they break up with their partner a few days before the Valentine. And it's like, see me planning all this, and then they are broken up. So that's sad coming in. And I had some where they broke up, and I'm like, oh, so sad. And then they reconnected. I'm like, yay. And I had to do the package again. Even if he had planned so much before, he had to reduce it because now he's not so sure. And I had 2 or 3 clients like this as well. And I had happy ones. And I had, clients who were giving their mom gifts. And it reminded me of my mom, the kind of things that I would probably have been doing for her right now if she were alive. So I let energies in, the good, the sad, the happy, the slow, the high. It was just a lot, and because I was so busy, like this was the first time where I had to do Posa gifts. I had to do perfectly Posa. I had to do social media. I had to play mom. I had to play sister. I had to play father, mother. Like it was so much. I forgot to protect me. I forgot to filter it in. And this was the universe, teaching me a lesson. Yeah, I hear you. I will do better. I'm learning. But I told her that I think I was triggered. I don't think it's just an ordinary panic. I was triggered. So she said, why don't you go find what triggered you? Because this is the things I tell people, right? And it's amazing hearing her tell me back. Oh my God, Vivian. It's amazing just hearing you tell me back all the things that I would just tell you. Oh God. Have the right people in your circle. I think that's where I'm going with all of this. I have been doing it alone for so long. And it's so difficult for me to think that others can help me. But I've been learning that others can help you if they are right for you. So you're going to make mistakes with people who come into your life. Some of them are going to look like forever, and you're going to miss it when they go. But it's okay to start relearning, start going back to the process of trusting people. Be a kid again. Go back to your pre-nursery days, your primary school days, where it was easy to just find the right people. Do you know that the people who turn out to be your friends for life were the people you met in primary school, nursery school? See, even if life takes you so far away, somehow you still find ways back. Even if you talk once a year, it's like magic. So I realized that it's okay. It's okay to let people in. You don't have to do it alone. Letting people in does not mean that you are weak. Just let the right people in. Don't rush the process. It may be slow, it may be fast. Don't rush the process. Just let it all in. I know this may be hard for some people to hear, but this is what's happening to me right now. And I can tell you that the past 1 week has been amazing. So this is not even happening because I'm sad and I'm broke or something. It's just sometimes when you let the dark in, it overwhelms the light. It darkens its power. So you've got to keep charging it always. You've got to keep protecting it. That's why you see in all of these cartoons that we watch, there's always guardians, people that protect the source of your energy, the source of your light has got to be protected at all times. You cannot let it dim. So this is for you who is being anxious right now, who is having those panic attacks. It's okay. It's okay to have them. If you have someone in your life that you could talk to, please talk to them, reach out. It's your responsibility to reach out when you feel like you can no longer handle it. Don't expect that they just automatically know. Sometimes, yes, they do, but life is also happening to them, so you've got to call their attention, right? You've got to call their attention. Your partner cannot be all of it to you. Your best friend cannot be all of it to you. And when you keep expecting them to be all of that to you, they also get overwhelmed. So sometimes let new people in. Just be careful. Go with your gut feeling. If your gut says something is wrong, know that something is wrong. Don't wait for it to be in the physical first before you believe. So talk to someone. I don't know, you know, my comment sections are always open, my DMs are always open. Let's talk about it. Let's recharge. It's been lots of high, busy, Valentine, love. That is taking energy away, so you've got to recharge, okay? So feel it all, process it, meditate, talk to yourself, think about today only. Live today. Don't even think about today. Just live it hour by hour. Don't think about tomorrow. Okay? Stay in the present. We don't live our lives unless we are in the present. So I'm going to go beg my guide who has done a lot of editing already. Let's see if this can come to you live tomorrow, Thursday. So you can hear, you can experience with me what I did experience, okay? So until I talk to you next time, keep being perfectly you.